kings. 5 have fallen. Who's writing this stuff? John. John is saying 5 kingdoms, empires, fell in the past. So John must be sitting on number 6, right here. And he's saying 5 fell. What fell before the Roman? He was sitting on the number 6. What fell before that? Well, we know. The Grecian Empire. Okay, Medo-Persia. Okay, Babylon, Assyria, and Egypt. Boy, the Lord fights Egypt. Antichrist is called Pharaoh of Egypt. Antichrist is called the Assyrian. Antichrist is called the king of Babylon. You name it. He is called Gog of the land of Magog, which is, all these things fits the Antichrist kingdoms. Guess what? The woman rides on all 7. They come in the end. The ancient empires of the past come back again because the woman rides a beast with 7 heads and 7 kingdoms and 7 mountains, all again coming back again in the end of time. You got it? 5 have fell. One is the Roman here, and the other has not yet come. Number 7. The 7th one, he's saying, has not came yet. Okay? Okay, what hasn't came yet? What nation came after the Roman Empire? The Roman Empire ceased to exist in the West. I explained that. Continued to exist in Byzantium, in Turkey. And when Muhammad II took over, it was the Muslim Empire. That was number 7, Ottoman Muslim. The Muslim Empire, number 7. Remember, this had a horn. When this kingdom failed, number 1, when number 2 failed, it took this horn from this one. Plucked this horn. This guy plucked this horn. This guy plucked, Number 5 had, guess what? It had 4 horns. The Grecian Empire was broken into 4. Ptolemy, Seleucid, the stuff. And then came the Roman, took away from the Grecian 1 horn, okay? Then came the Islamic in Turkey and took away the mantle from the Roman. The Roman Empire ceased to exist. Read Gibbons and the Fall of Rome. Tons of reading stuff material if you want to recognize that Roman Empire did fall. Because the Western paradigm insists that the Roman Empire never fell. Why? Because it won't fit the theory. The Roman Empire must have continued to exist. So you have this 1 horn here. Count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 horns. In sequence, is giving you the sequence of the kingdoms. So he's saying, watch out for number 7 here. That's the one you need to watch out from. Why? Look at the text what it says. The beast that was and is not, hasn't came yet. It's a previous empire, either the Grecian or the Assyrian, but it hasn't risen yet. It's going to rise as the 7th one. Also himself is the what? In verse 11? The 8th, and is one of the 7. Hello? He is the 8th. He comes back the same one again. In other words, it's a revival of an Islamic empire. Fractured. Different fractured. Not a whole. Okay? You're not convinced? Then you must go and tell me how Christ crushes the statue altogether. If you're not convinced, then you need to answer me why in Revelation 13 the body is a body of a leopard, the Greco. It's a Greco-Romano empire. Even the beast has nails of bronze, teeth of iron and nails of bronze. Nails are fingers. There's not only toes, there's also fingers. Did you know that? It has nails of bronze. Bronze has always been Greco. In fact, if you don't believe me, there's a chapter in the Bible that rarely ever is addressed. I love those ones that are rare, like a rare coin. In Zechariah chapter 9, verse 13. Look what it says. You look at the whole stuff of Zechariah, chapter 8, I will return to Zion and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. Does that need an interpreter? My job is so easy. I just have to read it for you, that's all. Thus says the Lord, behold, I will save my people from the land of the east and from the land of the west. I will bring them back, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. Boy, chapter 9 of Zechariah, you know, he talks about Damascus. Verse 5, he talks about Gaza. Gaza also shall be very sorrowful. The Philistines. Verse 9, rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. He is just and having salvation. Then it gets into the ends of times, and it talks about verse 13. For I have bent Judah my bow, fitted the bow with Ephraim, and raised up your sons, O Zion, against your sons, O Greece. You see that? Now, is Zion a person? No, there's no person named Zion. Zion is a geographic location. God is interested in geographic shocations. Because in the West, what happens, the mistake, is that they go, let's see, Gog, Magog, Meshech, Tubal, Gomer, Beth Togarmah. These are the children of Japheth, you know. So they say, where did the children of Japheth go? Well, they went to Europe, they went to Russia, they went all over, they went to America. Let's go trace where these people migrated to. That's what the Bible is talking about. No! The Bible is about geography, specific locations. The children of Zion are geographic locations against the children of Greece, geographic location. Okay? The Hebrew for translated as Greece is Ionia. Ionia or Iowan. Where is Ionia? Greece. Where? Where in Greece? Because Western mindset, when I say the word Greece to the West, you know what they think? Ding, 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 Zorba the Greek. Athens. No. Forget Athens. Ionia is in Western Turkey. Cyprus is occupied by Turkey anyway. Nobody's helping those guys out. America wants to help the Palestinian PLO terrorists and forget the real friends and the Christians. They don't want to help the Lebanese Christians. They want to help the bad guys. Wisdom of American government? War on terror, my foot. There is no war on terror. It's all politics, you know? It's all a game. Israel has to pay always. They have to pay. Why? Why does Israel have to pay? Do you ever think about it? Just as Christ. They have to parallel Christ in everything. They have to suffer. He suffered the same ways. Naked, naked. Hungry, hungry. All these things. And look what it says. Look what it says. Verse 14. If you don't believe me, this is about the coming of Christ fighting that region of the north in Turkey. Verse 14. Then the Lord will be seen over them. Wow. I have bent Judah my bow, fitted the bow of Ephraim, a war, and raised up your sons, O Zion, against your sons, O Greece. Then his arrows, the Lord will be seen. The Lord will be seen over them. What part of the Lord be seen do you not get? Christ is there on earth. And his arrow will go forth. Is Christ going to use missiles? Sometimes I suspect it very much. After all, Israel developed what they call the arrow missile. Very fast thing, you know. They will hit the nuclear that's coming out of the Muslim country before it even hits the area of Israel. So in other words, when Ahmadinejad develops his garbage and he throws it using a Scud missile, Israel with their arrow could reach over there and have it explode over their own land. Don't mess